Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 11 of the final season of The Walking Dead. In the last episode, most of our focus is catching up with the gang as they have integrated into the Commonwealth. We jump ahead 30 days and just kind of see where they are. Daryl and Rosita are working their way into the enforcers. I forget what they're actually called. As they're going through training, you know, teamwork exercises and stuff like that. Of course, Daryl struggles through that because he's not paired up with anybody he knows, so he does his Daryl thing. There's this whole kind of lesson about kind of keeping out and looking out for the people around you and setting them up for success, which plays into the little brat of the episode's name, the mayor's kid, as Daryl has some back and forths with him throughout the episode. But in the end, you know, this disgruntled soldier that we've seen before that encountered Princess back in the cable cars, or the train cars, comes back into play. Apparently that whole mess up with them got him demoted, got him kicked out, and now he's just a waiter serving staff working at this event, and takes this opportunity to take somebody hostage to try to speak up to the mayor about their problem. So as there's a huge class discrepancy going on here, and even a little bit of kind of a rebellion in hiding that they discover that they are not aware of whatsoever. So that's an interesting little twist to see how this is going to go. We see like sprinkles of it throughout as we catch up with everybody else as they're kind of doing their thing. Carol does some quid pro quo for discount Better Call Saul. I can't remember his name right now. To try to get Ezekiel's surgery bumped up the list, because as of right now, he's like at the bottom. And he might not make it by the time he gets his surgery, or like the chances are he won't make it to that surgery time based on where he's at currently health-wise. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this. So guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction of this episode, check that out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. It's just one of the ways you can help support us over here, help us work towards kind of improving the quality of these reactions, the amount of, and the types of reactions that we do. I'd love to do more movie reactions with you guys, but of course I know not how we can do that, but a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos. With that all said and down the way, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this episode. Here we go.
What in the name of little billy goats are you doing?
I woke up early and I couldn't go back to sleep, so I started reading your novel.
Several early scenes lack context intentionally, which will be made clear in the subsequent and as of now unwritten chapters.
I'm sure she knows.
I'm merely just trying to retroactively manage your expectations is all.
Oh, this is cute.
I was thinking about you yesterday while I was getting my knife sharpened. And
Should I be alarmed?
What? How's this gonna go south, though? I can't accept happiness anymore, man. I just can't. Oh, he literally just let them melt in his hands.
Stephanie!
Oh, she's packing. What the fuck?
Something happened to Tyler Davis. Something that he blames Governor Milton for. Something worth confronting her in public.
She's following up on what happened at the party.
That's one interpretation. The other is that Tyler Davis had a mental health crisis, and only one of those interpretations has the facts.
What she's saying?
We should be printing what really happened at the masquerade ball.
I want you to paraphrase Governor Milton's press releases so that the next time I don't have to.
What is going on?
Tyler Davis, does he have a lawyer? What are the charges against him?
Think she was in on something, or maybe this was a ploy and she actually caught the feels, but now it's too dangerous. Something's up, man. Something's up.
Patriots, the ones who want to do good. And whether they are or not might be up for debate, but in their hearts, they're there because they believe in the organization.
Is that why I'm here? You want to make a true believer out of me?
I read your file. You're here because you're smart. I think you'll be able to help me deal with this asshole. What you get out of it is up to you.
That's a lovely field.
What are we? Drug dealers or smugglers?
We're smugglers. We use the poppies to make opium for the hospital. Things will start looking pretty bleak there if we run out. I make sure that doesn't happen. But sometimes that means dealing with guys like Moto.
Told you what was gonna happen.
They want to raise. I swear they'll let her rot without one.
Well, let's see what we can do.
Gonna go rough up some workers. Man, this guy's everywhere.
How are you holding up?
I'm functioning within to be expected parameters.
Yeah, no, I can see that. So can you let me in? I brought lasagna.
Oh, geez.
There's an empty dish.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't make lasagna. People just always have to let you in if you're carrying food.
Good move.
That is until a chance encounter put me on the trail. You may have seen something that might help me find her.
That residential one, I remember that. I got called in to fix a clogged sink.
That the one person I knew was there the night she disappeared happened to have such a flimsy alibi.
Pretty good for being, like, shit wasted. Then again, something, like, serious like that can sober you up like that.
His name is Roman Calhoun, and he is most definitely not a plumber.
Okay. Maybe she's part of this resistance or something. I don't know.
They usually arrive alone and depart shortly thereafter, and frequently meeting in groups of two. And on the one occasion they were all together, they were also met by a fifth, who I also believe to be the head honcho.
So it looked like the silhouette of the lawyer dude.
You think she was kidnapped by the government or something?
Shortly after I began my search, the man who later became known to me as co-conspirator number 2, aka Beanie Hat Man,
Oh no.
apartment with a team of movers, collected all her belongings. This was found in Stephanie's file. Who filled in for her at the radio room that day told me she gave no notice which orders could not be falsified or fabricated without direct influence.
Jeez.
They filed that false work transfer to cover up her disappearance. They took all her belongings to recover any evidence she may have gathered, and now silencing her is the last step.
Either he's big right or big swing and a miss here on what's going on. Oh, what the fuck? Man, here we go again, just everywhere, man. Tell me the truth, they cloned him and he's just all over the place. Just kidding.
See what you need to see.
More than enough.
Then this is the part where you ask me the questions they sent you.
I would be really interested in who I was risking my life for.
I might wonder why I'm out here digging for answers that we both know will never see the light of day.
God, man.
Princess, he's the key to cracking this whole thing wide open. I just know it.
God damn it.
They'll get their money back and the raise I just promised them.
What about Moto?
I'm not gonna go fishing with them anymore, that's for sure. Take him into custody, now.
What the hell? Get your hands off of me!
Well, all right.
What's this guy do when it rains on his 10-mile run?
Well, given our recent lack of precipitation, I know you gathered that data.
Well, you have now. Who's here?
No.
Time you have, and you have no time.
Okay.
Hey, there they are. That's them.
Wait, what? Oh, she see them climb up? Or what?
I want to know what happened to the man who was in there. He can't be moved without my authorization.
Sorry, but apparently he can.
Oh, man. He's losing his control when he's got people playing above his head now.
You were wrong about Calhoun. You need to accept that. I'm not going to be able to help.
Is he going to come to them now that this has happened? Somebody went over him. It was weird. Oh. That's a lot of people getting disappeared, if that's what that is. Or maybe that's their list of rebels, or known rebels or something. I don't know. Eugene, what are you doing, dude? The fuck?
Told you I heard something.
Was it just a water bottle? Hey. Alright, I did think that was him.
I'll handle it.
That was her, wasn't it? Without glasses?
Who is she? She an undercover agent? You thought it was an easy mark. The most trusted of the police, so you split off my friends one at a time, thinking I'd break, but I didn't break. I just fell for that one twice.
What's the angle, man?
I'm gonna make absolutely certain that everybody knows exactly who and what you are.
I did lie to you. Just like you and your friends lied through your teeth to get inside these walls. I did what I had to do to get you here. You should be thanking me for it.
I fell in love and everything I know about her is a fiction.
I did everything I could to get you to stop looking for her, but you wouldn't. At least you can stop now. The statement you signed to get out of jail says you were suffering from paranoia as a result of nervous strain. By the way, Stephanie's real name is Shira.
Shira?
She hates Iron Maiden, but she genuinely enjoyed your book. You should stick with it.
Man, this is such a mind fuck, man. I feel so bad for Eugene. Oh no. Aww.
Regina, I need to talk to you. This is Blue Weevil to Taterbug. Please come back.
Please tell me he's not hallucinating now.
Who are you?
It's me. I'm the one you were talking to on the radio.
What? 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 That's the receptionist for the mayor, right? And then the person, that's Mercer's sister, isn't it? I guess. Isn't that the same girl that got the knife to her throat at the party? So she... I'm so confused by that. Because they would have to know the same information for the actor, Stephanie, to be able to sell all of that to Eugene. Unless none of their conversations over the radio ever came up. Just because she just said that she was the one actually talking to him over the radio. So is she in with their plot? Is she a part of that group and maybe felt some remorse for it? Or is this something altogether different? Because we saw Connie and them talking to her brother about her involvement, about the people going above his head and stuff like that, that he should feel concerned about who he's working for, who's got control over everything and whatnot, who makes these calls over somebody that he gave a personal recommendation for. I am really confused about the logistics of this con now that we have another person that played Stephanie. Unless I'm completely misunderstanding how that was meant to play out. I don't know, man. I really love following Connie and them investigating the way this is all going down, like the way the the town's covering things up, way that the mayor runs the paper, way that they don't get to choose the questions they ask as reporters, and the way she's just like, well, screw that. I'm going to ask the questions I want to ask. I'm going to investigate this. And then Mercer, playing the way that, playing the big tough guy as he was, standing up for his town and telling them it's pointless to be doing what they're doing, just to ask the questions. And then exactly what they said was going to happen happened to him, and now he's getting played. So we'll see where that thread goes. And what is this dude's angle with running this organization within? Is it just to better his life? Because he's a smuggler. We saw that with Carol. He goes outside the walls, works with communities outside the walls, and builds like contracts and negotiations and stuff to get the things that they need into the community. We saw a little bit of how he handles that. So he's like, I don't know, he's like he's climbed his way up from the bottom, is the way he kind of makes it sound like, and he's doing anything and everything to make things better for the inside and better for himself. So I'm sure maybe he's got an organization or a group of people that are like-minded in that work for him or with him to just work and game the system and control the system from within. Like, if they can't be the mayor, they will make their own rules, their own way through the Commonwealth. And is this tied into or separate than what we saw in what's-his-face's apartment, where there was those resistance posters? Or is that a cover-up, or is that a ploy created and orchestrated as a distraction as well by him and his group? Or is that something that's actually happening? Because I would believe that that's something that's actually happening based on what we heard some of the other civilians saying in the last episode. It's just so everything's a fucking illusion, and I don't know what to believe at the moment. I do believe, though, that Mercer is kind of pissed with how things have played out in his in the opposite of his favor after what he had done and how the speeches he had gave in this episode. Eugene, though, this man, I felt so hard for him, man. He's like getting emotionally destroyed. I'm not sure how many days this episode took place over the course of, but man, he had to have been torturing himself. And I can't even imagine the roller coaster ride of a headspace he'd be in right now, from the situation that started off as to her disappearance, all the evidence he found after it, and then just going down that rabbit hole. Discovered she was like a whole double agent spy thing, to just trying to rope him and his organization in to give what's-his-face yet another leg up in this play, this game, this gamble he's making within the Commonwealth. It's just, I don't know, man. Lots of twists and turns in this episode, and I'm very curious to see where they go. But rather than continue to speculate, we'll just kind of move on from here. Thought the acting in this episode was stellar. And I noticed there was a lot of scenes in this one where we had a lot of Connie's back and forth not actually getting told to us, which I would have loved to have seen. And maybe if the subtitles are on, maybe that would come up. But in a way, I like the authenticity of it, because you can kind of get a feel for what they're saying regardless, even if you don't know ASL, just based on the way they emote to each other, which just goes to show that, you know, they've got some high caliber talent in these shows most of the time, man. But that said, guys, what did you think of the episode? What did you think of the twist? Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that on my socials in the description box. Follow me on each and every one of those. I'd really appreciate it. But guys, remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. Speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sher, Ryan, Karen, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Nate Prouty, and Melita. Thank you guys so much for your support as always. And guys, that's it for this one. I'll see you all next week with the next episode of The Walking Dead. Take care, everybody.